Hello and welcome to my first video, which is going to be in a series of tutorials aimed at the absolute beginner that is trying to use and program and understand Arduino. The goals of this video are going to be introducing you to the tools that we use to program Arduinos, and then, of course, writing and uploading our first program. So the hardware that we're going to use today is the Arduino Nano. It has the exact same functionality as the Arduino Uno, but in a much smaller form factor. The software that we're going to use is the Arduino Ide, which is the Integrated Development Environment. This is the program that we use to make the programs and upload them. And then we're going to be writing the program in C++. So, let's get to it. Alright, so the first step that we're going to take is we're going to download the IDE to program in. So we're going to navigate to our favorite browser, type in arduino.cc, enter, go to software, scroll down to downloads, scroll past the web editor to download the Arduino IDE. You're going to choose your respective program here. Mine was Windows. I've already downloaded it, so you'll download this and then run the installer. You'll get desktop icon if you go through the normal stuff, and we're going to open that up. What should open up is a brand new sketch. This is what we call the programs that we write. You can see right here that we have a setup function and that we have a loop function in all of our new files that we make. The setup function is run once upon the Arduino being booted up, and then the loop function is where, as it says in the comment, your main code goes to be run over and over and over. So the program that we're going to write today is going to be called Blink, and what it's going to do is turn the onboard LED on and then off, and then on and then off. And what we want to do before we start writing the actual program itself is we're going to write pseudocode that tells us what we want to do. So I'm going to hit enter a couple times, double slash so that it makes a comment. And what do we want to do? We want to turn onboard LED on and off. How do we do this? Good question. Well, we want power, and then we want no power. Power, then no power. What do we have to do so that we can actually see that the power is going on and off? We have to have a delay. So we can write add a delay. And this tells us what we have to write. So now that we know that we have an onboard LED that we want to turn on and off by applying power and then no power, but we have to have a delay, we have the framework of what we want to write. We're going to open up Chrome again, or your favorite browser, and we're going to go back to the Arduino website because I'm going to show you the functions that we're going to use. First of all, we want to use the onboard LED. Now, what we have to do is declare the fact that we want to use the LED. So, we type in here pin mode, and I'm going to tell you about this function. So, configures the specified pin to behave as either an input or an output. And the syntax is we take pin mode, and then we type in the pin and the mode. So, we can copy that. We only want it to run once because it's going to be basically setting up the Arduino to use. Then we Control V and enter pin mode. So our pin, I'm just going to tell you this, it's pin 13 on Arduino Nano as well as Uno. And then we want to set our mode as output. And then finish it off with a semicolon. Next, what we want to do is turn the onboard LED on and off. The function that we're going to use there is digital write. So on and off, writing high or low to a digital pin. That digital pin is going to be 13. What we can do is take the syntax, digital write. What pin is it? 13, that's our onboard LED. And the value, we can tell it to go high, which will be applying power and then turning it off. So we've got on, and now we also need off. We can type in digital write 13 low, which will remove power from the onboard LED. What we're missing, now that we have on and off, power then no power, is adding a delay. So let's go to the Arduino website and delay. What a surprise, they already have a function there. So the delay function pauses the program for time and amount of milliseconds. So the syntax for that is we just type in delay and then the amount of milliseconds that we want the program to delay. We want to put this after we turn on the LED, but before we turn it off, so that there is a time where it is on and then a time where it is off. So write delay. You can choose any number here. For simpleness sakes, we're going to do 1,000 milliseconds, which is equal to 1 second. Then we're going to copy this and we're going to put it there below when it turns off. That way it turns on, delays a second, then turns off, delays a second, and then iteratively goes around to the top of the loop function where it starts all over again. High, delay 1 second, low, delay 1 second, just over and over and over. So now we're going to save this program. I've already got one where I want to save it. Save it as Blink, and then we're going to get ready to upload the program. Now we'll be taking the Arduino Nano and we'll be plugging it in to the USB cord and then plugging that into our computer. You should get some lights immediately on the Arduino Nano. Now we look in the IDE, go to Tools, then we scroll down to Board, and you should change it to the respective board that you have. Hopefully you have an Arduino Nano like me so that you can follow along. Click Arduino Nano. We go to Tools again, Processor, ATmega 328P, that's good. Sometimes if it doesn't upload the first time you have to go to the old bootloader. Just a warning if you encounter that error. Then we choose the port. Hopefully it also comes with only one option for you, otherwise you're going to have to work and figure out which one is actually the Arduino. It might be like COM3 or COM18, but once you choose the correct one, it'll upload fine. Next, we're going to click this nice little arrow over here, which is the upload button. So press that, compiles the sketch, saves it, then uploads it through the USB cable, and looks like I have encountered that error myself. So I'm going to close out the IDE. Bring it back up. Change to old bootloader. Port, correct. Then we're going to upload again. And now we check out our Arduino, and look at that. The onboard LED, indicated by L if you have the Arduino Nano, is blinking on and then off in 1 second intervals. So congratulations if you got this to work. This was your first program and an awesome introduction to so many crazy projects that you can do with this stuff. So next one is going to be more in depth. We're going to get off of the Arduino Nano board, and we're going to break out into a breadboard so that you can use external functions. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you stick around for the next video. Deuces.